Hi everyone, this is GOL from Productions², and today, 1st of 2013, or January 1st really, uh, and we're here to do our semi-late Space Crusade developers vlog for December 2012. The reason we're doing it so late is because I decided that these 2 weeks that I had off, since I didn't really have much time to work on it at all during the rest of the previous month, that the last 2 weeks, last week of December, first week of January, that I would take those 2 weeks to cram as much work into Space Crusade as I could, because I'm off these last 2 weeks from classes and all that, and so I have a lot of time to work on stuff like that. So, let's go ahead and get to the into the programming here. So I've been having some trouble this update cycle trying to figure out what to work on, because there are some things that I'm just not too enthusiastic about working on for some reason. I'm not sure why. It happens from time to time. But what I've started working on was the mission, the way the missions are going to work, the mission system, if you will. I already added some missions to the mission DB. I think I did that during one of the previous, during the previous developers vlog. But this time we're actually going to be making the guts of the system, as far as how that mission database and the data system class interacts with the rest of the game. As you can see, I already have some stuff done here. I have a mission class made that will store the information for the mission, and I'll add in the rest of the stuff here during this recording session. Then I also have in the player CPP player class, the missions vector. That's actually over here. Here, and a few functions for the mission system. Now, there isn't going to be a mission system, so to speak. It's not going to be like, say, the messaging system or anything like that. It's just going to be I guess I'll call it an orphan system. A system that doesn't actually have its own system. It's built into another class, or other classes. So that's what that's going to be about. It's going to be like the inventory system. It'll be a system that's built into separate classes, not on its own, like some of these other ones. So, we've got add mission, update, update mission, remove mission, get active missions. So this adds a mission. This will update a mission that, and these ones here will have an int past that will either that or a name or something that will be used to determine what mission you're looking for. Remove mission will take one out. Get mission will get specific mission information, and get active missions will return all the basic information for the missions you are currently on, such as the name, how much time is left, and the type of mission it is, I suppose. It qualifies basic mission information. But what happens is that we have a vector here, and it's a vector of mission objects. So what happens is that when you choose to go on a mission, so let's say that I choose to do, where is it? Down here. Let's say I choose to do resource mining. So I go to a station, I grab that, and what's going to happen then is that mission is going to go through a class, or rather a function in the station class, that's going to call up that information, and then we would call add mission, and we'll pass a lot of information through there. Either that, or what we'll do is we'll just take a random number from the station function, pass it to the add mission, and have add mission go to data system and grab the data itself. That might be the better way to do it. But then it'll take all that information and pass it to a vector element in P missions. And what that will do is that it will store the information of the mission in it as a instance of this object, and then we can just go back to it we can update it as needed and go back to it to get the data as needed as well. So we don't have to have a specific instance of like data system or something, or a whole class structure for mission in order to do this. And what I mean by class structure is like a missions class structure that has active missions, completed missions, a whole thing like message proc has, for example, or planet, where there's multiple layers of vectors or arrays and all sorts of stuff that it works with. Just really complicated. This way it's simple. Each class is its own. Each mission has its own instance, and it can be stored, accessed, and removed as needed. So what we'll do is we'll add in the rest of the information here. So if we go back over to data system, we'll see that we have the name, the mission description, combat experience requirement, ship requirement, module or weapon requirements, time limit, difficulty, the sector, the system, target name, target ship class, bounties, Zorn, rubies, diamonds, the resources that you get as a reward. Why do we have? Well, I guess because if it's okay, so that's how we have it. So bounty missions will have a bounty, but not non-bounty missions don't. Non-bounty missions don't have it. So let's go ahead and grab this. I leave these in here for a reason, and this is the reason I do this, because if I have to create something that uses these arrays I've created, static arrays, I need to know what the various elements are. It helps for when I have to do this kind of thing, or if I'm making get or set functions, or get functions from the data system class. We'll do those. We'll just bring that down. Excuse me. Crap. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something real quick to help with my clogged up throat. Alright. I have this gum called that's named Everest. It's really powerful stuff, if you will. It can really help clear out sinuses and stuff that's going on with drainage or whatever. Because it's a really powerful minty flavor, so it's really strong. You can actually burn your mouth with it if you eat too much of it at once. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do some of this. So we've already got the mission name here and the duration, time limit. Need to add in the rest of this stuff. So, string description. There's a time limit. Difficulty. We'll say mission location sector. String mission location system. Mission target name. Mission target ship class. Mission bounty. Let's put the mission type up here. And int mission Zarn reward. Int mission ruby reward. Diamond reward. We'll say DI for diamonds. Mission draconic reward. Mission lithium reward. Mission platinum reward. Uranium reward. Plutonium reward. And nuclear waste reward. So let's go ahead and make sure we label these. Lithium reward. Alright. So, well, we don't need to use a mission. So we already know this is about missions. So I don't need to include it in the description here. Oops. Of what these are supposed to be. Target ship class. Target name. Locate, let's see, actually, I just don't really have to put that one there. See, duration and days. Module weapon requirements. Ship requirements. Combat experience. mission description, mission type, those don't need any explanation. Alright, so now and get rid of this. So now we need to add either a set of functions or one function that will add all the information that we need. Also, we should add a bool is mission completed. Just so we can track what missions are active or not active by checking this class member. So, where to start with so much stuff there. So, all of this is required information. How do we want to go about that? We're already setting up the default mission, if you will, object with this empty constructor. I don't want to make another constructor, as then that would mean we'd have to use that to create this class in the vector, and that would be really messy because then we'd have to also get all the stuff then instead of having these classes that would add it to it, or a class that would add it to it on its own. From within, we'd have to send the mission ID to here, and then pull all that data from there and cast it if necessary. I'd just rather do it from within mission here. So so you have add mission. Add mission will link to an add mission, or will link to a create mission here, and it'll pass a variable to it that will allow it to talk with the data system and get the information that way. So I think that's how we'll do it. So we'll go void create mission, and we'll pass an int. M code. So, add new item, add new CPP file, mission. So include string, include. We'll be dealing with the IS system with this, so include mission.h, include player.h. I'm not sure if I'll need it or not, but I'm going to put it in here anyway. Include data system.h. I think that's all we'll need. I think. Using name space std. Alright, so mission and mission. Forgot the other colon. Alright, so data system DS. So we have that. So we'll also need a storage variable here to cast to int. So I'll say store information to be casted to, or just to be casted, I guess. Okay, so then we go down back over here, and we want to start by getting the name, obviously. So first, though, we need to actually add these get functions over to here. So there are 22. So 0 to 21, well, we'll just use 22, so it'll be -1 like here. Ship data search, weapon data search. Actually, we won't do the casting. That's right, the casting is done from within the data system. That's right. Duh. Completely forgotten about that. Mission. How did I put it? Damn it. Okay, so mission data search. So, string data system get name int code return mission db Isn't that what I call the mission DB, or is it just MDB? Or missions. We're going to change that to mission DB. So that's what it is now. So, mcode -1 and 0. Oops. Alright. String data system get description int code return mission db code -1 and 1. So, string data system get mission cbe rec int mcode. I'll say data equals excuse me, mission db mcode -1 2 data 2 equals a toy data dot cstr return data 2. That should be an int. Mission module weapon rec. Oops, that should have been ship requirement first. Then mission or module weapon rec 4 int data system get mission time limit, so I'll just say t limit int mcode. So data equals mission database mcode -1 5 data 2 equals a toy data dot cstr return data 2. Difficulty string get diff mcode return or mission db mcode -1 6. So sector string data system get mission sector int mcode return mission db mcode -1 7. String data system get mission system int mcode return mission database mcode -1 8. Next up is the target name and target ship class. So all the rest of these are going to be ints. Well, I guess not the mission type, but all but the last one will be. So we'll just take this and we'll just modify it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. So, bounty. Lithium, that's right. Uranium. Oh no, platinum. Then uranium. Plutonium. Nuclear waste, that's right. And then finally, string. Alright, so that's all the mission functions added. Now we just need to go through and add all these to the data system header file. mdesk. Oh. Actually, we could use this over there as well. Yes, we're getting something there. Did I just go mission sector or did I go mission location? No, it's mission sector system. Alright. Alright, string, get mission target name. Here's one thing we need to do though, for these specific ones here, and for this as well. Anything that returns an int, actually, except for the CBE requirement. Or maybe for that too, let me see. Actually, for all of them, I suppose. So description, or where were we down here? So the name and description won't, this won't. Ship class requirement. So what we need to do is we need to say if the element is null, or somehow otherwise doesn't have any data in it, that it doesn't return null. Returns something else that it will use. For these guys, it'll be done with an if statement. So it'll be like if data does not equal null, or if data does equal null, return 0. Else we'll have to have some sort of structure like this. So let's see, we got two examples here. Alright, so the CBE and the time limit will not be null, but the weapon slash module requirement can, and so can everything else. From difficulty on to the end with the resources. Now with resources, it would just be easier to say 0 than null rather than null, then we wouldn't have to do all this. These would still have to be null, but the resources for this one, no. And bounty. Just to keep down stuff that we need to do this with down to a minimum. But we still would have to null out these up here though. Anything that's a string would have to be null. So the target name, ship class, the location, and what comes directly after difficulty. Okay, so then, so sector, system, target name, target ship class. So what's this one? So, okay, then there's the CBE, the ship requirement, module slash weapon requirement, the time limit difficulty. Then I think we have one too many in here. There's see, system or sector, system, name, ship class. Yeah, I think I had one too many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, okay, so that was it. Or wait. No. There should be 22 here, but it's 0 to 21. I start off at 1, so we are recording this from missing one. That's strange. Maybe that one was Zarn. The zeros for Zarn. I'm not sure. So going backwards, mission type, nuclear waste, plutonium, uranium, platinum, lithium, draconic, diamonds, rubies, Zarn. No. So, mission name, mission description. CBE requirement, ship requirement, or ship class requirement, weapon module requirement, time limit, difficulty. Sector, system, target name, target ship class, oh, bounty, that's what it was. Okay, so now yeah, that should be 0 as well. So that's the bounty, duh. Jeez. Alright, time limit can't do that, so actually we'll Control-C it, backspace. Data 2 equals toy data dot cstr return data 2. Now though, the mission sector can do that. That can be part of the else. If it'd just be easier if we put it on a thinger. Data equals mission db mcode -1 7. Then if data equals null, yeah, because gathering missions can be done anywhere. They're just bringing in a certain amount of resources. Or return I think that'll work. So you can return zeros, and one you can turn singular, you can turn integers, but I'm not sure if that'll work or not. We'll see. Could be prime real estate to try, so do a test here, I guess. Yep, okay, it does work like that. Sweet. I like doing small little tests like that just to make sure it works, which it does, so that's good. Else. Alright, so 4. Instead of returning that, we just return data. Again, just to simplify the whole thing there. So making it more complex than it needs to be, so we need to simplify it somewhere. Plus, all I have to do is change one to add it. All I have to do is change one character there, and it's ready to go. So it's also very easy to manipulate. In case there are changes that are needed. MXR. Oh, I hadn't added all those in yet. Alright, let's go ahead and put in all those then. Get M. Alright, finally string, get mission type, it's M code. Okay, so we got them all in there. Anything that can be null is done up with this. I think that's all done and correctly rigged now, so that'll work out perfectly, hopefully. One thing though that doesn't bother is that with the gathering quests, or mission, I guess I shouldn't say quest, the gathering missions, obtain resources for their production lines. Pay based on the amount of resources delivered and on the need for that specific resource to the station. So there's going to have to be some extra stuff going on with that. So actually this should all be 0. Because it's going to be based on what the player brings. Or rather what the player gives to the So what'll happen is that you'll go out, get stuff from, get resources from asteroids, meteorites, whatever, come back, and then you'll give however many of those resources you want to give back to the station for the quest. And based on the need for that specific element, you'll be given a specific amount of Zarn for each unit. So there'll have to be a little extra work done on that. That'll be for later though. So we've got all those done, all the mission stuff done here. I actually don't need this anymore. I don't know why I still had it there. Put 2 in between instead of just 1. So we can differentiate it's a different section. Interesting. So I make a note of what these are for? No, I didn't. So data something something. So data something planet arrays, data something station array. What's this I though?